WNYU, the new afternoon show with Killing Joke from their latest 12-inch called Sanity. Before that, an old one from Aztec Camera going back to Highland Hard Rain. And up top, Red Cross before the newscast from the Born Innocent LP. And every day, there's something new. Just coming into the studio, Wayne, Richard, and Mike from Flaming Lips out of Oklahoma, right?
Hello, everybody.
And they had a gig last night. How did it all go last night?
Oh, it was really good.
Fun.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys pull up closer to the mic and
Okay. Yeah.
sit a spell? And
Yeah, it was fun. We just rocked New York City.
okay.
Like it'd never been rocked before.
All right. Do you guys have any more gigs set up for New York? Are you gonna be heading on? What are the latest plans right now?
Going up to Boston, we're actually playing with the Died Pretty again up in Boston, and then we're playing Binghamton, New York, upstate there, and then we're playing Boston again, and heading south for some more shit.
Sounds good. How'd the Died Pretty do last night?
Oh, they're good. They're pretty good. But it's funny. This is a story that you can only get from people who are at sound check. The singer, when he sound checked, he didn't have any makeup or anything on, and he was like real subtle, kind of Michael Stipe-ish. But when he came back to do the show, he had the black makeup, the black clothes, the black hair, and he was more like Iggy Pop. So I think underneath his persona is a little bit of Michael Stipe. But, in New York, it's better to look like Iggy Pop.
Have you guys been touring around with them?
No, we're just doing a couple shows up here. Just happened to get that we playing together.
What other bands have you been playing with?
We played with Plastic Land. That was a joke. Who did we play out? We played with Mojo Nixon out in San Francisco and stuff. I'm trying to think.
That sounds good. Do you like life on the road?
It's fun some days, it's miserable other days. It's when we gotta drive a whole bunch. It's miserable,
Now, how about the illicit drug scene out there? Now, you guys dabble a little bit. What was the name of the label of your first record? A rather strange title.
Yeah, Lovely Sorts of Death Records.
That wouldn't stand for anything.
With a big L, a big S, and a big D. But just a joke, just a little, hometown humor there,
Okay, you guys had an EP out a little bit earlier, and now the new LP is out called Here It Is. Tell us a little bit about the record, and do you like the way it came out?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, if we had more time to do it better with more money and all that stuff, of course we would. But it's just our record, quickly made as you could do it.
I'd just like to read a couple of titles off of this one here. Jesus Shooting Heroin, Charles Manson Blues, Man from Pakistan, Godzilla Flick. Sounds like you guys, what kind of things are you into? Do you watch a lot of TV, read the New York Post, things like that?
Well, we don't get to watch much TV. Oh, actually, it's kind of nice when we get to watch TV anymore, because you're in a van and in a club, not many TVs there. But it's just, we're not really into the death thing a whole lot or nothing. This is just some fun things to write about,
Right. We had Mojo Nixon up a couple weeks ago, and both Mojo and Skid are really into Bullwinkle. Do the Flaming Lips have an official show that you guys watch? You guys try to grab a little tube before the show?
No, not like them. No, they would do that a lot better than we would, definitely. Did they sing and stuff when they were here?
Sure.
You came in with the guitars?
Yeah.
And shit?
If you guys want to do some beatbox a little bit later. Flaming Lips on WNYU. All right, let's check out Jesus Shooting Heroin.
Why don't we?
That was your recommendation. You want to tell us a little bit about the song? Do you know Jesus?
I guess everybody does. It's not no religious thing. It's just that it's gonna mess with people when you say Jesus shooting heroin. It's as opposed to Keith Richards shooting heroin, So it's just more like a play on the bad versus the good syndrome or something, and Jesus being the good and heroin's pretty bad, I guess. Not that bad. You see, nowadays it should be like Jesus on crack. But it'd be a hip 80s type song.
Okay, we're going to shoot up Jesus with some heroin. This is from the Flaming Lips LP. Here it is, Jesus Shooting Heroin on WNYU. WNYU. We're here speaking with the Flaming Lips on the new afternoon show. We just heard Jesus Shooting Heroin from the Here It Is LP. And what did you guys think? Sound good on record?
Yeah, it sounds good in the station here. The speakers were nice.
Yeah. We were talking about, you've been in New York for a couple of days. What do you think about New York? You like it up here?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
good nice place.
It's way big. It's really a lot bigger than just about every other place.
Yeah, the parking is way...
Yeah.
Is the parking better here than in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah, man.
Or you can park like in standing zones here.
Well, here you can honk at people and they don't take it personally.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, you end up in a big fight.
Yeah. It's like, hey, fuck you, man.
Tell the urbanites out there in New York what Oklahoma's like. You like it out there? Are you glad to be away?
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, you like it in some ways just because it's like that's where you live. But in as far as music and bands and this kind of stuff goes, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah, and people get these big ideas about what New York is and what California is because they don't see it. You know?
Yeah, they all stay at home, and it's like, you know, there's a big world out there that they're scared of or something.
And once you get to it, you know, it brings it down to life size.
What kind of bands did you play with out in Oklahoma? Were you playing with country bands, or
No, not really. No.
did they like you out there? They run you out on a rail? What happened?
No, they like us now. They used to hate us. I mean, it's like, you know, all the stupid towns. They had New Wave and all those dumb kind of things, and we just were never like those bands. You know, we were just always like us. And then we put out a record. See, nobody there does. They don't put out records. They think the record companies are gonna call us. I know they're gonna call us. And so we made a record and started playing all over the place. And it's like now they like us because they think they've got to. You know, it's funny, but they're dumb. It's a football kind of place.
Go Sooners.
Yeah.
We were talking about covers also while the record was going on, and you were talking about doing Tommy, and what other kind of stuff do you do up on stage?
We do Led Zeppelin songs and
Sonic Youth.
we
Yeah,
played
we've done
Sonic
Sonic
Youth songs
Youth.
before. Yeah.
Have you heard the new Sonic Youth single, with the Madonna single?
No.
Into the Groovy? You'll have to check that out.
Into the groovy.
So do people like it when you do covers?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
for the
hard to
most
tell,
part,
really.
really that they
People would
rather
go,
us
why don't you
our
play your
stuff.
own stuff? It's like, shit. Actually, some people don't know. When we played Tommy, some people didn't know what it was. They thought
Hey,
it
that was
a-
great song you guys
They thought it was
did.
their own thing, so it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, you guys ought to steal it.
Somebody needs to be playing it. I mean, we're not trying to revive it or nothing. I just think it's a cool thing to play. So once in a while we play it just for the hell of it. you know.
Sure. What about future plans for Flaming Lips? You guys gonna be touring around for a while? You gonna be trying to put out another record?
Well, probably if we do anything real soon, it'll be like an EP or a big single or something. And it'll probably be a little while till we do another record because like this one just came out. So
Okay. It was a tough choice between Godzilla Flick and Trains, Brains, and Rain. I think I'm gonna pick Trains, Brains, and Rain. You want to tell us a little something about that? They don't have a whole lot in common, do they? Or do they?
no, the Trains and Brains and Rain song is about when everybody started. You know, like when the whole Paisley psychedelia thing started, and really we're not into that. I mean, we're not into that scene or anything. But when that whole thing started, it's like everybody's like, you know, they talk about rain and trains, and do you like a train? And everybody's like using these stupid like cliched psychedelic words for, and that's what the song's about. It's just like this, and in a way, it's like using those same words, but saying this is the last song that should ever be using them, and saying that, you know, that all those cliche words, let's put them all in one song, do it and forget it, you know. It's like a put down, but in a way, it's a way to use those words again. Yeah, it's goofy. It's kind of like, you know, Paul McCartney when he said, people had enough of silly love songs, and then he goes and he's doing a love song.
And does the love song.
Me and Paul McCartney kind of collaborated on that one a little bit, you know.
Okay, we're also while we're listening to this song, we're going to be working up a trivia question, an official
we
Flaming
will.
Lips trivia
Trivia,
question. We
yeah.
got about 5 copies of the record to give away. In the meantime, we're going to check out Trains, Brains, and Rain from the Flaming Lips from the LP Here It Is on WNYU's new afternoon show.
Dun dun dun!
WNYU, the new afternoon show. The LP is called Here It Is, and here they are, the Flaming Lips, right here, sitting in on the studio on the new afternoon show, and hanging out. Have you guys worked up your trivia question yet? We got five.
Question of the day is.
We've got 5 copies of Here It Is to give away. The number will be 212-598-3038, and if you're fortunate enough to answer the Flaming Lips trivia question, you'll have yourself a free copy of the record. I think we got one worked up here.
Okay, this is the question. How many hits of acid does it take to be a real, true, sincere Butthole Surfers fan?
The phone lines are now open, 212-598-3038. How many hits of acid does it take to really be a butthole surfer? How many hits of acid does it take to be a flaming lip?
Oh, boy. It seems to
It
vary. It
changes.
depends on the month or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Because sometimes you
Weather.
really stink, and I guess it would take a lot. And sometimes it doesn't take any, and you'd swear you'd done some. So.
I have to ask if acid was involved in the back of the cover. For those of you who haven't seen the record yet, there's an eye. Now, whose eye is this? It's opened up real wide, so you can get a good look at the eyeball. You can see about the half of the eyeball.
Actually, that's a good segue into the story. That's Richard's eye. Yeah, and actually he's on acid on it, and this is the truth. But you can't tell. You know, when you take it, it's like the pupil would get real big. Okay, well he took some acid. We were waiting. It's like an hour and a half or so.
The sun was going down.
See, the sun. That's the sun. We were outside taking the picture, and it just wasn't happening. It's like, well, are you getting off? And he's like, well, not really. So the sun's going down. We got to take the pictures anyway. So he took the pictures and figured, well, we just go for it. And then, like, you know, an hour later, his eyes are like, ah, you know. But he's still on it. But you know, if the real effect was there, we wouldn't even have to say. Everybody would just they'd see. But that's true. It's a serious, true story.
Yeah, the people didn't get too large there.
No, not at all. But later on, you know.
Who came up with the idea? I mean, you would figure the obvious thing would be like, you know, lips on fire or something like that.
Yeah, that's what the record company comes up with.
Yeah, Rolling Stone, a rock. Yeah. But it's just a name, you know. We really forget that it's like fire and a mouth. It's like just the Flaming Lips.
Okay, now is there? I got to ask this one too. You got an eye on the cover. You're called the Flaming Lips, and now here it is, like HEAR, like the ear. Are you guys into body parts? You know, is that
The senses, the five senses.
I guess kind of.
in a way?
Yeah, I didn't tie them all together.
It's sort of the subconscious. You guys need to be psychoanalyzed. Maybe you ought to
Maybe
try that
right
next
on,
time.
On the air, we could maybe.
What's it? When can we expect you to come back through New York again? Anytime in the near future?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, you know,
Next week.
The way we play, you know, it's like, yeah, we'll probably be back. Don't know when. Probably after Christmas or something. You know, we want to see the snow. When it snows in New York City.
Does it snow out in Oklahoma?
Yeah, it snows once
I
in a
thought
while.
so.
Nothing massive, but you know.
We get some snow. It turns brown here, though.
Does it really?
Yeah, it gets pretty disgusting. So do you guys get brown snow out there, or just
No.
yellow?
Just out in the cow field.
Yellow.
Okay, well the
Yeah.
lines are starting to buzz for the new record. I want to thank you guys for coming up, the Flaming Lips,
All right, thanks.
and we're gonna keep playing. Here it is. The next song we got queued up is Unplugged. Any words about Unplugged?
Boy, it's just a whole drug. It's a whole drug thing here. Unplugged is about we went down to play Houston, and it was a long time ago. And we got there, and like there was the guy that was doing the show and stuff, and he was like totally. I don't know if he was totally blitzed or if he had just, you know.
Worn himself out with the drug.
Yeah, but we got the impression that the whole community that like we would have been playing in and stuff was just totally ate up. So he came up with all these little words, you know, like lights on, nobody's home, toys in the attic, all these little cliches about, you know, people don't have no brain, and we just thought these people are like unplugged, you know, the wire's there, but it's pulled out of the wall. And that's what it's about. It's just about people who, I guess, do too much drugs and then they end up being stupid. It's like, and that's not good, you know.
Yeah. That's not to say that all drugs are bad. There's a limit and there's a...
Yeah, it's when people turn it into this like this everyday thing or something where they just, you know, the drugs are more important than having fun or something, you know.
All right, Flaming Lips. You guys want to pass on any words of wisdom before we take off? Something for our listeners to live by.
Don't piss
Little
on the
Oklahoma wisdom.
Yeah.
Flaming Lips wisdom.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't drive through Jersey City on the way in. That would be.
I think there are a lot of people doing that right now.
That would be the worst one. Don't drive through Jersey City and have your lights on in the van. That's for damn sure.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming up. The LP is called Here It Is from the Flaming Lips. Look forward to you guys coming back and performing in New York real soon.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for coming on
Thanks a
up.
lot.
This is Unplugged from Here It Is from the Flaming Lips and WNYU's new afternoon show.